Know It All Nation. Thanks for tapping in for a Thursday night episode of the JAG2G podcast on the Know It Alls Network. I'm one of three. I'm your boy Tate, one of the original Know It Alls. We got not only other part of the Know It All crew, we got some actual geniuses here in the building. And this Thursday night, man, feels late, man. I could turn it on now, but I just want to talk to you guys. Why football? But football season's week 15, so this Thursday night won't conflict with football at the end of this month. Going into next year, our Thursday nights will be gravy. We're not interrupting the football game. I'm a little disappointed in the game, not the outcome of it, but this is important fantasy football week for me to determine if I go to the playoffs or not. And I sat Kyle Pitts on the bench, and I got up and walked away from the game. He had just scored a touchdown, has had 14 fantasy points in my league with 10 minutes left in the second quarter, and I got him on my bench. But, that's besides the point. And I'm playing the homie B Dirt, too. So, yeah, I need to win this game to assure myself I make it to the playoffs to play in the money round. That's big. But, yeah, here with the homie, the little fella Steven, man. Do me call you Steven or call you Snoop?
Doesn't matter, man. When I told you the internet isn't real, so I like to have an alias when I'm online. I've always been Snoopy Liz, but to the know it all family, I'm Steven. You've already said my name a bunch of times, so it's all good.
Well, you call me Kevin all the time. Everybody calls me Tate, but it's cool.
My bad.
No, it's not a bad. It's just it's just how we've interacted with each other over the years.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's hard to break those habits.
I ain't never been in the workplace with you and say, "Hey, Snoopy lives." So you've been in we've been in each other's, in person outside of work, but even then, you the little homie, you Steven or something like that. But no, Snoopy lives in the building with us, and we also got the OG. The other Steven, you don't want to hear not the OG, man. Me and Rory OGs.
Truth.
The Brit Jamaican OG. You better watch out from the Ice Boys because they out here big time. They trying to get the numbers right for 2026, going into 2026.
Okay, first off, you gotta say it right. It's Brit Jamaican.
Oh, Brit Jamaican.
Okay. American. You gotta get the American.
That American is important.
It's important. You know what I'm saying?
That American is important. Yeah, you better say that, man. But yeah, the homie Rory in the building. Rory, what's up, man? What's up with you this week?
Man, it's just another week of, coaching and teaching and losing my mind on a regular basis.
You transitioned out of football season.
Mm-hmm.
Irving High School.
Irving High School.
Now you're coaching wrestling. I know you were in your younger days, long time ago, because you OG now. Probably back when you was a not even a big bro. You was before that. You was a YN. Back when you was a YN, you was wrestling. You was good. You could play football in college, didn't you?
I tried.
Okay. But nah, man. I mean, so how's wrestling season going? Any better than football? Because when we talked, I feel like maybe your school is the athletes in your school aren't the greatest athletes in your area, because Texas is full of great athletes, and you guys may be a little deficient.
Garrett Miles went to the school less than 2 miles from where I live right now.
Yeah, but we know Miles Garrett. We don't know Garrett Miles.
You know what I meant.
Hey, I didn't know if you were trying to pull a fast one by us. There could be a guy named Garrett Miles that went to school 2 miles away from
Truth. No, he went down. Yeah, the athletes are here. Kev.
Yeah, in Texas, but are they at Irving?
The athletes are here, Kev. The athletes are here. I don't know why you want me to pinpoint. You know what I mean? Put pins in certain positions. The athletes are here. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm okay with
man. That whole Texas thing, man. I just got done watching the first season of the show Landman with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it. Is it any good?
That's good. I enjoyed it. I mean, I got to watch the whole thing this week. 10 episodes. Season 2 is out now, but I think it's early in season 2, and I heard so. That's how I'm never up on shows. When I hear about something, I keep hearing about it. I say, let me check that out. Yeah. And it got, today is Thursday. I started it late Saturday night, and I'm through with it. Finished it early this morning.
You binged that sucker, huh?
Yeah. 10 episodes, about 4 days.
That's good then. It's a good show.
Yeah, it was a good show. Good show.
All right, well,
Enjoyed it.
good.
Steven, I don't think I asked you how was your week, man. How was your week, man? I know.
Oh, it's been all right. You know, we had a short day because of the holiday party today. So
Oh, you had your holiday party?
yeah, but it's been really busy. So
Was
been,
what was it a corporate party or departmental party?
corporate party. We did
Okay.
our departmental thing at Fogo de Chao. That's the only place we can get our supervisor Dave to go. So we did that. We did that at first. We did that
Shout out to
every.
the homie Dave
Yeah,
Parrish in the building, man.
yeah, very cool person. But yeah. So y'all got me tonight. Y'all got me in the middle of the Game Awards. That's a big thing for me. They do all the big announcements for the next year. So that's on in the background. I wasn't even paying attention to the football game. I knew it. Like I know the Bucks have to win. So like Atlanta's trying to play spoiler, but I didn't think it would be a close game, so I didn't even turn it on.
It was 7-7. I mean, but nobody cares about that game, really. I mean, it's the
Yeah.
only thing on. Ain't no NBA on because of the NBA Cup. I didn't see any good college basketball to watch. I'm tired of watching news all early evening. So, I just turned to the football game. When I get out of here, I may find me another show to start binging.
Well, season 2.
No, well, yeah. Yeah. I like to kind of let the episodes build
milk
a little
it.
bit.
And then you get to
then I get the binge. If I watch now and there's 2 episodes into it, then
that's cliffhangers.
I want to keep watching.
Exactly.
You gotta wait because now when it's in season, like it's not like one of those shows they just upload to Prime or Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch all the episodes.
Right.
You gotta wait week by week.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just
I'm with you. I agree with you.
Up a little bit.
I agree with you.
But yeah, man. So Steven, so where was the party at?
I was at the hotel, UMD.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, man, because I know the office completely moved. They built a new office since I left, didn't they?
Yeah, we're out and we left. The old building is almost completely empty. They're actually going to tear it down, build apartments there. So
That's a small little space. They must be building a high rise or something.
Yo, they're actually building. You know the space in between the building and the restaurant, that small space. They're putting townhouses there.
Wow.
That's what I said. That's verbatim what I said. I was like, but how? And then I was thinking, I was like, okay, so if you buy a house there, where are you supposed to park? Like, where are you going?
Like, did they buy the Tiffany's building, the jewelry store and stuff? Or
I mean, it's like I don't even know how to. No, it's not that far. Okay, so you remember where Chili's was, right?
Yeah.
So you remember
I could come downstairs.
Yeah.
I could come downstairs out the elevator, walk through the parking garage, and walk right across the walkway to Chili's.
So there's like a small parking lot and a grassy knoll right there. They're building houses right there.
Oh, the grassy knoll. You come out the parking garage and make that right, so you can go toward what's that place? The next town over. Where the pizza place is, you can make your own pizza.
Yes, Vienna. Vienna proper. Yes, but the actual town of Vienna is that way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we was in Tyson's. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's kind of wild. There's a lot of that is going to be going on down there because it's super hot. A lot of flight to that part of Virginia right now.
Yeah. It was already expensive, so.
And so it's only gonna go even worse because you got.
Speaking of expensive, real quick, before we get the show started, and the made up word of affordability. you know what I saw today, man?
Can we not get political here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
just gonna say what I saw today.
Why are you saying that word for? Why are you saying that word? Why are you using that
affordability?
You don't use that word anymore. That's a made up word. You don't say that made up word anymore.
Hey Steven, I got a feeling the Ice Boys got Roy running scared, man. He's at an unknown location.
Hey, man, give Roy a break. He's an American, and he's.
But no, man, I was gonna say
American.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guys, out today. I went to the store. I was at it was Walmart. I was gonna say Sam's, but it was Walmart. And the Salvation Army out this time of year ringing the bell, right? Dude was coming up to the Walmart. Dude out ringing the bell. The Salvation Army dude just opened the bucket and said, "Here, let me give you some money. I know how it is out here."
Dang, man.
Yeah,
Seriously?
man. Crazy out here in these streets.
Yo, wow. Imagine that. That's
Crazy out here in these
bananas.
streets, man.
Yo, on the flip
I
side,
kind of slowed down and see if he's gonna give me a few dollars. Didn't happen. No. Yeah, but man,
times are rough out here, man.
it is, man. It is. Whether everybody realizes it or not. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get my this is not political, Roy. I can't wait to get my podcast office here done, got everything, laced up in gold around here. That's what I'm looking to do.
You just want to.
Hey, let's shout out some of the folks in the live chat. The two homies, Afton in the building. Shout out Afton. What's up?
What's up,
Pickens, you big dummy. Thanks for you guys tapping in. We know it's in the middle of your football Thursday, but like we said at the very beginning, this life is not for long because football games are only going to be on Saturday and Sunday here in a few weeks. When we get to the playoffs, will the Dallas Cowboys make it? Will the Pittsburgh Steelers make it? Will the Los Angeles Rams make it?
Definitely make it. They'll
Definitely make it. Okay.
Yeah, the Rams are 100% in. It's not looking good for me, and it's looking like I'm gonna lose that bet to you too, Kevin.
Oh yeah, man. I'm waiting on my $100. You still got to bring to me. You can cash at me. You can PayPal me. You don't got to deliver it. I know you said you like to deliver.
I come to the door, bro. I like it down there.
Don't you lose money when they cash app?
I like it. I like it.
What'd you say, Roy?
Don't you lose cash when they cash app? Don't you?
No.
Then they take okay, maybe okay. Is it Venmo? You lose cash. Which one do you lose cash?
It could be.
You lose cash if you make the transfer happen faster than the normal transfer speed. But most of them don't charge. They're all free for just cash to cash transfer. It just takes like 2 or 3 days.
Oh,
They make it up. They make it up. The free transfer they make up in the float. They just get a small percentage in the float. And they do hundreds of thousands of those transactions a day. So they make money off of it.
He knows more than me. Now, if you get the money, like he sends me the money, I want to transfer it to my bank account immediately. You pay a small percentage to do that, or you wait 2 or 3 days, you get the whole amount in your bank account.
Yeah.
But no, I spend out my Cash App, my Apple Pay. That's where my money at. I use that for purchasing and bartering, and
so you just leave it in there until
leave it in there. Yeah.
It's a good
But my fantasy football money to pay out, it's all been in there since their money started in July. So yeah, that's how that works. Yep. But Rory, man, what's up, man? What are we gonna tap into this evening? We're gonna talk about something about the college football, and I think some people getting a little too big for their bridges, think they got Notre Dame bread out here, man. What's going on out here, man?
I mean, I think it's the hot topic of the day, isn't it? Right now, I mean,
if this week I feel like it has been since the playoffs came out.
It's the whole Notre Dame, I'm saying we're not going to a bowl game because we got the playoff snub, and that's going to be. It's a big topic. I mean, figuring out all the different angles, and of course now other teams have followed suit and jumped on that bandwagon and saying we're not going to. And I guess that's the big discussion is where we're going to go with that, because I do have my opinion is going to be. I'll tell you my opinion, of course, but it'll be in a second, I guess. When we get into the topic itself, and hear yours too. See where you guys are.
Ooh, I mean, is it a snub?
It is. They're the number 11 team in the country in a 12-team playoff. That's a snub. At the core of it, it's a snub.
I don't know. I don't necessarily. If you look at the actual resume, is it a snub? And that's what I'm looking at. Because they're saying it's a snub. Okay, but you want them to go into a playoff against teams they've already lost to? That's insane.
Alabama's there.
Alabama is there.
Okay, so I think
they lost, and they lost to Oklahoma and Georgia.
To me, it's the bigger issue, because I'm on the other side. I don't think it's a snub, and I think the conversation about Notre Dame is silly, because why is Notre Dame treated special anyway? It's done to me. When has Notre Dame been good since I've been alive?
When have they been
good? They were in national championship game last year.
When have they been bad?
So okay, but they've been treated special my entire life. That's 39 years. So most of this time they've been mid, man. They've been real mid. And to me, they're like the Dallas Cowboys of the college football.
Oh, don't put that on Notre Dame.
Everyone talks about them, but we don't. None of us know why. We don't know why people are talking about them.
We do know why.
Come on, man. Because my argument would be other teams in previous years have had even better cases than Notre Dame when it was a smaller format, like UCF. UCF was undefeated and got snubbed in the 14 format, and then crushed their opponent in the bowl game they played.
But who did they crush them?
It was a good team. It was like a SEC team, I think. Hold on one sec. It was 2018. UCF was the undefeated team, I think.
I thought it was more recent than that. I know Florida State got snubbed a few years ago, but they lost their starting quarterback, and it's like
they lost everyone.
The quarterback got hurt, and then when the quarterback got hurt, a bunch of guys said they weren't going to play. So it would have been. It wouldn't.
And that is at the crux of it all.
Well, let me say this. Let me give you my opinion on it. I would have been okay. My only part with it, not agreeing with Steven, the snub was not that Notre Dame didn't make it. The snub was that they were ahead before the final poll came out. They were ahead of Miami. And then they didn't play the final weekend. Miami didn't play a game the final weekend. So how does Notre Dame fall back below Miami and nobody played? They were ahead of them before the week started. To me, the problem is, as far as college football playoffs, is they try to be fair. Like today's society, today's culture, everybody gets awarded for participating. We talked about this. So we put Tulane in. We put James Madison in.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do anything but get close rate the first game. Now, would the college football playoffs be better if Notre Dame was in there and BYU was in there as opposed to the other two teams?
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be better. It would be larger fan bases, more included and engaged in the process. Yeah, they got to come up with a format to just get those little schools out the way, man.
And here's the thing
that I disagree with that strongly.
They could always play in to get in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not a bad thing to do.
You expand it to this many teams so that those smaller teams can get in, and that they get to get that money that Notre Dame already gets. Whether Notre Dame makes it to the playoffs or not, everybody's already talking about them. Remember, they're the special team that gets treated special better than anybody, even the teams that win and are actually good. That's what I'm like. I don't get it. Why are we having this boohoo party for them because they've been good for a couple of years? Why are they still an independent? That's crazy.
Now that part I blame on Notre Dame.
Put them in a conference and make them win their way to the playoff.
I agree with you.
At 3 losses, you're not winning any conference. You're not even making it to the conference.
They didn't have 3 losses. They had 2. They didn't have 3.
They had two.
Okay. But I do agree with you. Notre Dame is part of affiliated with the ACC conference and other sports.
So people,
basketball.
True.
But I'm saying, so I think they kind of felt a certain way about the ACC. But if Notre Dame wins a bowl game, Notre Dame gets that money. If Miami goes to a bowl game and gets money, it's shared among the conference football teams. So it's kind of Notre Dame's fault in that sense too. But from the very beginning, they shouldn't have been jumped over when they were ahead going into it. So that's where the problem is. And they were jumped over because they had to do gymnastics, voting gymnastics, because we got to put Tulane and James Madison in it.
Okay, fundamentally, I'm in agreement with you guys, right? Fundamentally. But from an emotional standpoint, I don't care because I've watched this team get a lot of attention when they didn't deserve it. They feel like Arizona in basketball to me. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, hey, college basketball's starting up, and now we're talking about Arizona for some reason. Why?
You have some historically good programs and franchises and professional sports and stuff that just move the needle when it comes to discussion in sports and stuff like that. Sure. Notre Dame is winning, but Notre Dame has been good. When Notre Dame is bad, they get talked about. You know how much airtime and brain space the Dallas Cowboys take up, and the Kobe Bryant Los Angeles Lakers take up when they were bad, and the New York Yankees take up.
That was the exact comparison I made. They're like the Dallas. They're basically the Dallas Cowboys of the college football.
Notre Dame was in the national championship game last year.
That's very true. Okay, but
When's last time? Have you ever seen Dallas in the Super Bowl? Ever?
Have I seen Dallas in the Super Bowl? Yes, in 1995, I saw them play in the Super Bowl.
How old were you?
I was 7.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I was 9.
Okay.
I remember the game, man. It was a boring Super Bowl.
The thing is, Notre Dame's been in more important games since that's in your lifetime in Dallas Cowboys. We always talk about them.
I'm not disagreeing with you. You're making my point by doing this analogy, is what I'm saying.
No, but if
they may have been in more important games, but it's not. I'm not crazy in saying that they've been mid over like a 30-year period. It's not like they were not in the same conversation as like a Texas and an Oklahoma when those teams were dominant. They were just okay. And I bet they were. They were just constantly talked about to me. It's like, but they would never beat any. To me, I think the fair thing to do would be for them to join a conference. And then you shut me up. Because if you dominate the conference and win the conference, then I don't have nothing to say.
I think that's the point. One of my points here is that Notre Dame is their own worst enemy in regards to the fact they weren't in a conference. And I get it. I get why they don't want to be part of the conference. The anonymity in that regards, like they don't have to be forced to do certain things they don't want to do.
Why isn't a conference in other sports?
I mean, it's football. It's Notre Dame football, and that's the
money. The money is so much bigger, and like you said, they're like that fan base is like the Yankees or for them. So they have that power.
They have TV contracts. That's Notre Dame. I mean, they have NBC. That's their money. Yeah, that's what they have, and that comes because of who they are, what the pedigree they bring to the table, and they're not mid. They've never been mid. I've never seen Notre Dame mid.
Never been mid.
I would never say mid. Never say mid.
Okay. All right.
You know what's mid? Quite a few conferences are mid. Conference USA is mid. You know what I'm saying? But not Notre Dame. They're not. They haven't been. They bring something to the table. They're prestigious.
I'm not knocking no team that goes out there, wins their games, and wins.
I mean, they got Rudy. You know what I'm saying? They got Rudy.
I've always thought that's how the playoff format should work. You win your conference and you're in. The end. Mm-hmm. That's just how it should be. So, join a conference, man. In the conversation completely. If you're good, it doesn't matter. Join a weak conference and just dominate the weak conference over and over and over again every year.
But they wouldn't get in for that, though, would they? They wouldn't get in. I think it goes down to which one would they join, number one. The Big Ten. Who are they going to join?
That's the gauntlet, and that's all. If Notre Dame joined the Big Ten would probably be bigger than the Yankee network at that point.
So Steven, what I pulled it up. What year do you want to start at?
Start at 90.
1990. They had Rocket back. They was 9-3. So I'm going to read up. So
okay,
from 90, 9-3, 10-3, 10-1, 11-1. 6-5, 9-3, 8-3, 7-6, 9-3, 5-7, 9-3, 5-6, 10-3, 5-7, 6-6, 9-3, 10-3, 3-9, 7-6, 6-6, 8-3, 8-5, 12-1, 9-4, 8-5, 10-3. Now we're 2013. 14, 8-5, 15, 10-3, 16, 4-8, 17, 10-3, 18, 12-3, 19, 11-2, 20, 10-2, 21, 11-2, 22, 9-4, 23, 13-3, 24 last year, 14-2, and this year 10-2.
So
that's a pretty good team overall.
Are we saying good is just 10 wins? Is that what
in college? You only play 12 games.
But you're not in a conference, man. You're not in a conference.
They're playing high-level teams. They do have some. They do have some.
Because a lot of those seasons you pick were 3-loss seasons when teams like Florida were going undefeated. Stop it. That's not good. That's all I'm saying.
That is good. We're not talking about them because back then, a lot of those years up until 2015, it was determined by the voters' pick who the national championship was.
Right. So
there's no argument there. The argument is, did they belong in the college football playoff this year?
I don't care. I don't think that you lose any integrity or any game with them being out. And that's what I'm arguing. I don't think they're so great that we're missing out on an opportunity to see good football because they're not in. I do not view this Notre Dame team that way.
I think of the 12, they beat 6 teams easily of the 12 teams in it right now. 6 teams easily. And I follow college football.
Yeah, they would for sure.
Do they beat Ohio State?
Probably not. They lost to Ohio State in the national championship game last year.
But they're gonna give them a run. They can give them a run.
And their coach Marcus Freeman is he played Ohio State from Ohio State.
Yeah, but let me say join the conference in the conversation right there.
But that's part of the mystique too, like the fact that they're independent.
And like I said,
that's part of my entire. I came to the U.S. This great country.
If Notre Dame joins the Big Ten,
and when I got to this great country, Steve, I saw an independent Notre Dame, and I respected it. I respected they didn't have to be part of a conference, and they played other conferences. So I'm just gonna say, Notre Dame.
There's a legit comment. Go ahead, Roy. I'm sorry, but be sure to read Jaime's comment. Though.
Yeah, they would have won the. Yes,
they would have beat Duke. They would have beat Duke.
They would have won the ACC this year.
They would have beat Duke.
And
they would have. They would have. Miami didn't win the ACC in their end, but the thing is, Miami's in the conference. Miami beat Notre Dame the first game of the season by 3 points, a last-second field goal. So that's how close it was. But Notre Dame had lost. They lost the first game against Miami and the second game against Texas Tech, who's ranked number 4 in the poll.
Yeah.
And Miami made it. They lost the first. Then they won 10 straight. Miami has lost to Louisville and Virginia, like later in the season. Notre Dame clearly playing the best football. But that's a fair argument from either side you take, though. I can't disagree with either side.
All I'm arguing is the integrity at the top half of the playoff. That's what I care about. The bottom half is the games that are the extra. You know what I'm saying? That's the maybe an interesting storyline will form there. But I want to see the top teams play. I want to see the top teams crush those teams. I don't want to see them win. Are you kidding me?
Last year, all 4 teams that had to bye, the top 4 teams all lost their games.
Yep.
All of them.
So okay, and like I said, the bottom half is where you create the storylines. But like it doesn't, to me, it doesn't. I just don't agree with y'all that we're not going to see good football because Notre Dame.
No one said we want to see good football.
And that's so then that's the argument that Notre Dame is trying to make. And that's
the real argument here is
the way they're playing it is.
I haven't finished. The real question here is they're not going to a bowl game. That's number one. That's right. The thing. That's the next thing. So yes, I get the snub was a minor portion of this conversation. My big conversation is they have refused to go to a bowl game. That's the biggest news. That's the big news at this point. Not the snub. You know what I mean? That's not the snub. When FSU got their snub when they were undefeated, but they lost their quarterback, of course, who was a pretty amazing quarterback.
Everybody knew what that was about.
Right? and they went off to play Georgia, and Georgia shellacked them. Right? But here's the thing, and that's what Notre Dame I think is dealing with them. This is where I kind of defend them on this too. So yeah, they were snubbed, and that I don't approve of that snub. But the second portion is, I think they were smart to not go to a bowl game. They're smart because the same thing that happens, like people are gonna say, "Oh, I'm gonna sit this one out, gonna get ready for the draft coming up," and they're gonna go into a game against BYU, who those players are all coming back. I don't think a single one's gonna be sitting out for BYU. And then all of a sudden you have the A team of BYU playing a C, D team of Notre Dame. Notre Dame gets shellacked and looks stupid for making the complaint that they should have been in the playoffs to begin. And that's I agree with them. Don't go to a bowl game at this.
So my thing is they picked the year not to go where it looks like they're pouting in protest. 1. 2, Ohio State just 2 years ago had, and Big G said this on his College Football Level Up podcast on the Know-It-Alls on Mondays at 6, but like where I think Garrett Wilson sat out that year, was getting ready for the draft. Ohio State has had an amazing run of professional receivers the past 10 years.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson and another one of the Ohio State receivers sat out. But they went to the Rose Bowl and they played. Who'd they beat that year? They won the Rose Bowl, but they went and they played. And you know who those young people were they got to play? Marvin Harrison Jr. showed up. Emeka Ibuka showed up. I mean, what you do is you play your young guys, your highly touted recruits, get them some big game experience going into the next season. So, yeah, maybe your stud is going to be a second-round safety, sits out, but you get your young guys involved in the program, the game, moving forward.
And here's the thing. Okay, I agree with that. But I think even the young guns don't want to play in those games.
I think they do.
If they get hurt in that bowl game, what does that mean? And now they're hurt for the next year coming up. So that, let's say they're a sophomore and now they're hurt for part of that year because they played in this bowl game.
But you're part of the team. The guys that are sitting out are guys that are leaving the team.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
I agree with Kevin. I don't think a lot of the seniors.
They don't risk it now. They're not risking it now.
A lot of the seniors are the guys.
School.
Yeah, well, you know that. Well, Rory, aren't they? Hey, Kev, aren't they talking about? Or Tate, aren't they talking about changing the rules to how the transfer works? Where basically you can't sit out the bowl game at all. Like you have to like these guys who are doing these slick transfers so that they don't have to play in games. They're gonna shut that. They're gonna make the window they're gonna push that window back. Yeah,
they're having one instead of two. One transfer window now.
Okay, and basically that's gonna make it so if you're at a school, you have to play in the bowl game, or So that's,
play.
Yeah, but that's been a thing forever, guys. You could argue that a guy goes into a bowl game that's not the national championship game and is not playing to his full 100% because he doesn't want to get hurt, but that doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's doing that.
How bad did it look last year? Number one overall draft pick Cam Ward played for Miami long enough till he broke an NCAA record, then he sat out the rest of the bowl game. That looked really bad. Did it not?
It looks bad.
Yeah, so I don't support it. I mean, I get it. You don't want to risk money, but now players are in on NIL deals. They get money.
At this point, you know what? If you don't want to risk your money, then you should be insuring your entire college football career. The whole thing. You should be taking some of that NIL money that you make and buying an insurance policy to cover yourself when you're on the field. It's that simple. These guys are not making little money where they can't afford an insurance policy.
Not the guys going to the NFL. You're right. Now
they not making those.
A guy studying to be a biochemist that's a good football player.
Well, look, I think that guy
as much far as what his profession is going to be.
Right, that guy probably should not try that hard because he don't want to give up his body. When he's not
try hard, but.
He don't want to.
He don't want to buy no insurance. You have to cover.
Yeah, he don't necessarily want to take the. It's a hedge, and that's a bad hedge if you're trying to be a biochemist and you're paying through it for football and you're not that good. Yeah, you should protect your body. But these guys that are blue chippers, these guys who are definitely going in the draft, I'm with Kevin. Buy yourself some insurance and go play all out. You never know if you show up in that game.
I thought you said that, not Kev.
Kevin said that Marvin Harrison Jr. had a breakout game in the bowl game, and he did, and that got him on a whole bunch of people's radar. And what I'm saying is, if you're that guy, bet on yourself, and if you're worried, buy some insurance, but go out there and play. You might play yourself into the first round, which could mean the difference between millions of dollars and hundreds of thousands
during the season too. You know what I'm saying? You say play. That's what they want to do. Play themselves into a first round pick during a season. I see the bowl games, and maybe I'm different, right? The bowl games are great and all, but I see them as remember the Pro Bowl back in the day. Remember how it used to be? Oh, yes.
That is not.
Yes, I think it's the same. Imagine. Remember the Pro Bowl? How
some of my favorite games are not national title games. Right?
I haven't even got to finish. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even got to finish. I'm just saying that if you can remember the bowl game, the Pro Bowl, the best players are playing. They weren't playing. They're playing two-hand touch out there. That's what you're gonna have in bowl games at this point. These players they're not gonna risk it all for a bowl game based upon the fact that next year they're gonna be playing a full season. I wouldn't. I
You're talking about Pro Bowl NFL players making millions of dollars, going to get $100,000 extra dollars if they win that game. So I completely get it, which is why they in the NBA and basketball they just run up and down the court. It's an exhibition.
Exactly.
But
that's not what bowl games are.
Isn't that what a bowl game is?
No, that is not what bowl games are.
They have become that though. Because why they become that? Because you have the playoffs. When you have the BCS and you have the playoffs,
that's true.
The bowl games have now become what we just said. I'm sorry to tell you that. I don't know. It's a you're just playing to play at this point. You're not playing for anything else other than to play. The real players are playing in the playoffs. The real players were playing in the BCS. You're playing a bowl game.
But see that's where I disagree, because I just said it, and I told y'all on this show that my favorite college football game of all time is not a BCS championship game. And that year, the 2007 Fiesta Bowl with Boise State, that was an amazing game. The game blew my mind.
They beat Oklahoma.
Yes, on 3 trick plays.
And that's where we got here.
The Statue of Liberty.
That's where we got here right now.
And who played that game? Was it Brasky and that kid Ian something? Who Zabrowski had no NFL career.
Zabrowski had all those Boise State records until Kellen Moore came around.
And then, of course, that Ian dude, whatever, the one that proposed to his girlfriend. Where is he? Where is he right now?
What Boise State had was an excellent coach in Chris Peterson that was good in their conference for years and years and years. And they had Ashton Genty last year, and they went. What happened to him first game of the year? Bye-bye.
Yeah, they got knocked out.
They're just in the way.
Hey, but here's the thing. When they got snubbed because they were 13-0 that year and they didn't get in the championship game. The championship game was USC Texas, right? I'm talking about Boise State.
Okay,
did they cry and say we're not going to play against Oklahoma? No. They went out there and they got fans that don't know, that have never been, they don't even know what Boise State is because of that game.
Everyone knew Boise State, man. Everyone knows the blue field. I mean,
come on, bro. Everybody knew the blue field. Everybody knew the blue field, but nobody was taking them serious until they won that. Until they won that game.
Tim Lyons said the quarterback you talking about
is a greeter at Walmart. Yeah. Well, hey, put some respect on their name. It's an NFL head coach that played quarterback for Boise State. Kellen Moore played for Boise State.
He did. He wouldn't have won nothing either.
Nah,
he had Ashton Genty last year.
Yeah,
right after the Heisman. What did they do last year?
I wonder what happened if Akron made a bowl.
Especially in the college football playoffs, they just in the way. It's like an invite to invitational. You don't have any chance of winning. Okay, so Boise State upset Oklahoma in one game. In the college football playoffs, you got to win 4 games if you play in the first round.
But Kevin, you have to look at what they're trying to build, right? They don't want to. They want to have the same thing that they could sell with all of the bowls being separated, but they want to be able to do it as the playoff. You have to have teams that nobody expects to win, so that if they start to win, you can market that. You can market that storyline. It's no different from the NCAA tournament. It's no different from the tournament.
There's 68 damn teams in the NCAA tournament.
Yes, but do they intentionally? Aren't they intentionally sent? They're backloaded with teams that have a tiny percentage that they want to win, that they want to go on a run because they know they can sell that. That's what it's about, man. It's about money.
The NCAA tournament, how often do they play? Don't they play every other day? So you start with 68. Them guys play on Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Them 4 teams. Right.
And there's no conflict. There's no conflict. There's no one body's getting hit too. Back it up. I mean,
we're not gonna knock no professional athletes.
Go ahead, Stephen, and read Great One's comment, would you?
I wonder what would happen if Akron made a bowl, especially since we might next year. And also, Rory, what is it like when your school is the MAC and isn't this?
Well, they are trash right now. The Miami University, our coach is trash. Our coach is trash.
They went like
7-5. They're 7-5. They're 7-5 right now.
7-5, okay.
7-5. But our coach is out there riling people up. Chuck Martin's an idiot.
Why you going hard on
Chuck Martin?
Why you going tough on Miami's football coach, but you won't go high on the affordability person?
You better. Just look.
Wow, he set that trap. Don't fall for it, Rory. Don't do it.
Focused on the
Don't take the bait, Rory. Don't do it.
Like so, I'm going to answer that question. Like, I'm happy. There's no MAC teams going to the playoffs, and I'm okay. And I'm okay with that. We have our own brand of football. We have our own brand of football. It's Mac, and we are the giant killers on occasion. Someone's gonna come into our home and we're gonna beat them down. You know what I'm saying? On occasion. On occasion.
Go to the NFL from the MAC than they do from whatever conference.
James that is true. That is true. We got the Harrisons. You know what I'm saying? We got Big Ben. We got the Browns.
Antonio Brown.
We got Jason Taylor. They're coming out. They're coming out of the MAC.
Debo, James Harrison.
Yeah,
Kent State from the MAC. But so to say that though, so like boy, if Miami, went, Miami Moss too. If Miami of Ohio went 13-0, would you want them in the playoffs? Do you think they would deserve?
No.
Okay. This man says no. What the hell, man? If you go undefeated, you go undefeated, bro. That's what I'm saying. No, me and Kevin had this conversation before. Kevin Tate talked trash about UCF. It was 20, I believe it was either 2018 or 2019. They went 13-0. I was like, hey, they should be in the conversation. They should be in the conversation. They loaded it up. Kevin was like, they're not a real team. They pretenders. And then they went out and showed up and won their bowl. So it's like, to me, it's like, yo, give them a shot, man. If undefeated is undefeated. If you undefeated, then give them a shot.
Can I just say that Miami's greatest year we ever had, we lost to one team. Ohio State.
Wait, it was
Ohio State. We lost to Ohio State. We lost to Ohio State. That was our greatest year. 13-1. It was the dream season. And we lost to Ohio State. We had no business being in the playoff. I think my biggest beef though with Notre Dame is the optics of it. They do look like making his money though. He's that's what I care about. He's okay. I like that guy.
So the storyline is Notre Dame is fine. They choose to sit out. Marcus Freeman ain't gonna lose his job. They still gonna get recruits. These other schools that are sitting out,
they're just stupid.
Yeah, but I think they're sitting out for reasons. Like some of them are in coaching transition, right? With some of them. I should have brought a list of all the schools, or Rory probably should have. But those schools, most of them are somewhat in some transition, right? But even still, your school probably needs the money. Your school is not, a financially endowed institution like Notre Dame is, right? So it's kind of like they're cutting off their nose despite their face,
right?
And Notre Dame can be just as greedy as they are with their little independent status and get all the money that they're gonna get, and they can sit out of the bowl. And like Kevin said, it doesn't matter. And to me, it just looks like they're pouting. You're not. And when we talk about a history of teams getting snubbed especially in the BCS system, where you had teams going undefeated that were in major conferences getting snubbed at the end of the year, it's like, stop it, man. Like, no. Take your medicine and come back next year.
Yeah, so I got the list here, Kev. I got the list of people who aren't. I mean, this is getting longer. I mean, they're gonna start having to request people who are like 5 and 7. We got a bid now. Oh,
we gonna have some HBCUs playing the Snoop Dogg Bowl.
So we are. Hey, why do you take a shot at Miami, man? Please don't do that again. Don't do that.
Who did that?
Miami. My school's playing in the Snoop Dogg Bowl. The Arizona.
Hey man, I just got a problem with all these dumb name bowl sponsors.
It's whoever who has the money to buy it. And Snoop Dogg said, "Yeah, I need to buy that."
They just put Snoop's name on it because Snoop is the big thing right now. Like after his somehow, like I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but I know what you're going to talk about. Okay, I won't talk about it. I won't get myself.
We can talk about it. He got a crypto coin, bro. Snoop got a crypto coin. I don't want to talk about it. So I'm gonna let that one slide.
I know. I can't say everywhere. I can't say everywhere for a fact, but I do know over here in this place they call the hood. They call Snoop Dogg a sellout now.
He turned his back on him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he was the worst one. And now look at him. He's like, hey, I'm with Martha Stewart.
Hey, but now. I tell you what. That Joker did the Summer Olympics, and they got invited back to host the Winter Olympics.
Yes. They say he did such a great job. It's like, how? It was terrible. But also, you know what? Snoop's doing his thing.
Look, man, sometimes you have to forgive people for transgressions they make in the pursuit of the almighty dollar. That's all I have to say about that.
You don't forgive people for that stuff, Steven. You don't.
I'm just saying that I've grown wise in my older years, and you have to examine every single thing. You have to... You can't just
talk about jokers doing comedy shows for the Sheik.
Okay, but what I'm saying is you have to measure everything differently. And I said that it's levels to that. I'm not talking about no name comedian that I never seen before. Of course, you're gonna take the bag. Don't nobody know who you are. We were talking about the comedians who are like the richest famous in the entire world, taking money from them. That doesn't make sense. You don't need the money. There's a difference.
How much money is too much money?
Yeah. I mean, how much money is
how much money is too much money? Like there's never that number. Well, that number of too much money is infinity.
And I think you and I are we differ pretty fundamentally on that stance. I actually think this is an amount of money I could have that would be enough.
All right. No.
There's an amount of money. There's an amount of money. There's an amount of money that I could have where I would just say, you know what, I don't need to pursue any more additional money. I don't need to do that. It's probably around Kevin Hart money. If I had Kevin Hart money, I'd just retire forever.
$450 million. Well,
and never work ever again.
I don't think it used to be the goal used to be to get to $1 million, but today's economy and stuff like that, the goal is $1 billion. You can never have too many.
I think the math behind that doesn't work. You can't, you know what I mean? Like everybody can't be striving for $1 billion. It's just not.
I don't begrudge those that try and get it. Now, would I not compromise some things that I hold myself to? Yeah, okay, but that's for each individual to determine.
I mean, I think fundamentally, for a working society, you can't have billionaires. I don't think that works. Even in a capitalist society, it's a failure of that system if there are billionaires. If you have people who have so much resources that they're so powerful that they can just control everyone's essential resources, that's a problem. No, that's not what I'm saying, Rory. I'm not anti-capitalist at all. I didn't say that.
Look, I agree with you, but you know what? Since we have a certain leadership that is a billionaire, we're not going to talk about this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk about this stuff.
There's nothing political about it, man. What do you say? I'm speaking purely philosophically. I never said in the United States. I said in a functioning capitalist society.
We have a leader who is a billionaire. Philosophically, that's a factual piece of information. So we got to get off that.
The question is then, is he the leader because he's a billionaire?
Yeah, people love him because he's a billionaire.
Yeah, billionaire because
there you go. All right, so
I don't necessarily think people love him because he's a billionaire because they loved him before.
They look up to
They loved him before he was a billionaire.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't true that he was saying they liked him before that.
I like that question from Great One.
Go ahead, take it.
He says, Rory, do you think any Miami player will opt out of their game? No, but I want to make sure you know our quarterback opted out mid-season. Daquan Finn was like, you know what? I don't see us winning the MAC, so I'm out. I'm good. Our quarterback.
Is he transferring somewhere because he's not going to the league?
No, he transferred to Miami from Toledo. I think it was Toledo.
Okay.
And then, and he was having I think he's a crap quarterback. I don't know how he was getting all those yards at Toledo. He came in, he was just throwing interceptions here and there, not bringing us to any kind of victories. Lo and behold, he was like, I'm out. I'm going to go prepare for the draft. And he left midseason, leaving Miami to play a freshman. And Miami, on Chuck Martin's behalf, he did get to the MAC championship where they got trounced by Western Michigan with that freshman quarterback. Mm. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with right now in that regards. So Miami, he's going to go to the Arizona Bowl, the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl, where they're going to play.
That's where Miami's going.
Yeah, we're going. So Snoop Dogg. This is the second year in a row for us. We've become the Arizona Bowl. Team.
Then you guys like playing in the Motor City Bowl better? I guess it's probably more fun to go out to Arizona though. Mm-hmm. Instead of just taking a 3-hour drive up to Detroit.
Yeah, and the bad thing about that was our MAC championship games are in Detroit. So it's like you didn't go anywhere. It was like you went back to the same spot where you were. It was stupid. Like we're going back to Detroit again. Yeah,
No, we're just gonna stay this week.
We're playing December 19th anyway. We're playing December 19th, so we might just stay here.
Right. But no, man. So all right, well, can carry on, Roy. Any more questions? Stuff we coming up on the 50-minute mark. I mean,
oh wait, so I mean, like, I think you brought it up. So I was looking up, and the other teams that opted out. I mean, the same thing. Coaching changes, the carousels happening. That's another thing. Players have opted to play out. I mean, some people say, "Oh, we got injured." So players who are injured are saying, "Nah, it's not worth it to us to go to a bowl game." That's Iowa State. So it's not about I'm going to get my
their coach went to Penn State though.
No, I'm talking about Iowa State.
No, their coach went to Penn State. He left.
But that was their rationale for why. Yes, he did. I'm not disputing that.
Did he take his assistant head coach with him?
But the team. They said they have too many injuries, and our coach has left. So the players opted out in that situation. They were like, we're not going.
Because they probably feel scorned.
That's never happened
like
before.
Notre Dame.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, here's the thing, like the school. Okay, so we're going off the topic, but the schools are doing a crappy job. Like, the coach is leaving, and then the team also goes into like damage control, and they remove the coach from the premises. They throw their stuff out because they're afraid the coach might start recruiting players for the portal from that squad. So they kick him out. And they don't want him around the team. So that makes another problem. Like, so that I don't know. Like
that happened to Ohio State, and they're going to the bowl game, the college football playoffs. Brian Hartline, the coordinator, left to go be the head coach at USF. He has about 3 or 4 Ohio State. Not Ohio State's backups are better than probably the players at USFS right now. Mm-hmm. So he's got about 4 players already committed to go with him.
Oh, really? See, that's
down there.
So maybe the schools aren't overreacting. That's happening. I mean, that was their big thing. That's their big thing. So lo and behold,
if you're a bench guy, the coach knows you intimately as far as your playing style and what you can do, and knows your system. I mean, it's all benefit. Like, I can give you a starting job. You already know the system. Like, I mean.
It's not really, we're not talking about something that doesn't happen at the pro level. I mean, that happens at the pro level. Coaches move to other teams, whether they be coordinators or head coaches, and they'll say to the GM, hey, can you go get this guy? He knows my system. I'm not against that.
In the program, you can't open up the transfer portal and leave. You're in the contract, but go ahead.
Right. So, I mean, I think ultimately for me, that's one of the things that they definitely need to clean up is there need to be stricter rules around the transfer portal and how it works. I think the players are not understanding where their guardrails are. I feel like they're completely in the guardrails right now. They got sparks flying everywhere, and the schools are content to just let them hang themselves and just wreck out because if the players keep going down the road they're going, the recoil is going to be terrible. It's going to be the schools are now going to have control over who can play what games. And I don't know. I think there's a perfect opportunity right now for them to just voluntarily stop doing this crazy stuff that they're doing. Because I agree with Rory. It's crazy. When it started, it was kind of silly to me where the guys are like, okay, well, I'm not going to play if I'm not playing in the national title game. But you're going to be on national TV anyway. Like your bowl game is gonna be on national TV. It's gonna be like one of 3 games on, so you're gonna be playing on national TV. Like, what are you mad about? You know what I mean? What are you really?
There's 2 other games on.
They want to be in prime time. They want to be in prime time. The only game, but I don't. Yeah.
You're on the third one.
I can understand it. Again, you guys made a good point. I understand it. If you're gonna be the number 1 pick in the draft, maybe you're not gonna play in that bowl game.
But Cam Ward played last year until he broke a record. Then he went out, and his team ended up losing. That is a bad.
That's what I'm saying. Stuff like that it makes it look terrible.
You don't care. Like, just sit the game.
You have to don't play in the game if all you care about is the record. Stop it. Like
it should be an asterisk by that record with his name on it.
Like, could you imagine any universe where could you imagine any universe where Leinart wouldn't have played in his bowl games or guys like that?
It is a different world. When we were younger, there was times when players did sit out bowl games. They was
true. Yeah, they did.
And we're talking about the marquee players. We're talking about I don't know who. I forgot who it was, but there was a marquee.
Tell me who, please. I don't remember anybody sitting out of a bowl game.
Like, we can go back. Like, if you type in first players to sit out of bowl games, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you can find some.
I don't think. I'm agreeing with Kevin. I don't think it's no marquee players. It was guys who would sit out, but I don't think it was no marquee guys.
I do remember some. I just don't recall. I don't recall. But I'm gonna sit there and say,
because like even like Maryland was never really good, but we used to play in bowl games. We had some good guys, and they never sat out of their bowl games. Like we had. Well, no, we didn't go to the year.
Hey, so I don't know how far back in the day you went, but there isn't one definitive first. But it really became a thing when Leonard Fournette and Christian McCaffrey sat out their bowl games. See? Those guys, McCaffrey's still playing the NFL right now.
Yeah. Well, barely. He's always injured.
I was going back to the days of Herschel Walker and Bo Jackson and, Rocky Ismail and all those really good players back then. Them guys would never sell the bowl game because generationally and culturally it's just different now. I mean, guys
I think if you sat out a bowl game back then, no, I don't know. Once again, if you were a golden ticket, if you had a golden ticket, I think you might have. But back then, if you did, it became a mark on you. You're like, oh,
yeah,
that might have cost you, some rounds.
That's the generational change. Like I think some organizations would value that. Oh, he didn't quit on his team. He risked himself for the team. I get it both ways, right? But I also think that kind of climate and culture started with like, I blame it on your boy down in Texas, Roy. Hope he's doing all right. Your boy Greg Popovich with the whole load management shit.
Oh yeah, he did start that. He did.
Now it's a whole thing everywhere now.
They lost quiet because of that, because he was trying to play 4-dimensional chess with his players and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah, he had players who. I mean, he had a team that played hard. You know what I mean? And I get why he did the load management. Like, you want people who
you can't do that. You're fit. Do you okay?
Go ahead, Steve. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like, for comparison, Roy, in this area when he was young, Strasburg was a huge draw to Nats games. He was like the only reason to really go watch when he was young, and they would do that to us. You would buy tickets for his game, show up, and he would get scratched when the game started. That's not fair to the fans, man. I'm paying to see my players playing in basketball. There's 11 guys on the team, and you're gonna hold one of them out, like. The star player, he's not gonna play because no. Get back, like
I agree.
Like
I agree with Steven.
I don't like the load management. I understand that everybody has analytics and everything. These guys are going to doctors and saying you have this many dunks in your career before your knees will give out. But it's
that's where generationally the difference is. It's like that conflates and messes up the game.
Okay, but Kevin, not even that far, the generations before, they didn't have that information. You know what I'm saying? Like, Maurice Clarett was one of the first players who was like, yeah, the doctors told me I got this many collisions before my knees are going to give out. I don't want to be in college no more. You didn't have that information. And it's like, it's almost you want them to have that information. You need to know when your body's going to break down on you. But maybe it's overwhelming how much information they have.
And can I just interject and say, you were talking about your favorite bowl game. Well, my favorite bowl game was the BCS championship, and I don't like Ohio State, but that Ohio State versus Miami game was one for the ages. I remember I think I was in Lima, Kev. I think I was in Lima that year watching that with you.
Didn't we watch that together?
We watched it together, man. I was rooting against them. I was
You
was like the other Miami. I was like the other Miami, but that was the greatest game I ever saw. The greatest game I ever saw, for sure.
Well, that was the Maurice Clarett Ohio State team. Craig Krenzel and stuff. Yeah, Miami was loaded that year. They had like Ed Reed and they have Sean Taylor. They were like crazy ridiculous. Your boy that's a pedophile, Kellen Winslow Jr. I think they had like Frank Gore. Hey man, Hey,
They were loaded.
It's the truth, man. It's the truth.
yeah, we shake our hand and stuff like it didn't happen. We want to just brush history. That
Ain't
happened.
nobody brushing history. It's still funny though. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like, yo, like, yeah.
Hey man, let's go ahead and wrap it up, Roy. You guys got anything you guys want to finish up with? I mean, it's been fun. This was a good conversation. I don't know. I mean, I think we kind of touched on everything we wanted to talk about. We talked about the Notre Dame aspect of it. Like, we did
all sides, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I nothing new to add, but I will say this, guys. I think we're comfortable enough together that we should. I think our next conversation should be the Kyrie Irving conversation. I think we should have that one. I think we should.
Well, once again, we're gonna tread lightly on New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tread lightly on the New Jersey boys.
I think Kyrie Irving is complex. I think it's
a very interesting person.
Yeah, it's multiple facets to him, right? I mean, he does a lot of good stuff for people in his community and stuff. I won't say he does bad stuff. He does a lot of weird stuff, though.
He says and promotes some bad things. I'll say that.
I think I said this before. I think Kyrie Irving is to basketball what Kanye West is to hip hop, and AB is to football.
And I think a conversation about Kyrie Irving would include all of those individuals.
Yeah, okay.
So because I don't think you have a Kyrie Irving without if Kanye West is not in existence, Kyrie Irving does not. You don't have a Kyrie Irving. You don't have a guy.
I think you're probably right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's who I think of when I hear him say stuff. Sometimes I'm like, man, this guy kind of sounds like Crazy Gay a lot of times. Like. Yeah, and it's like you said, at the same time, Ye does a lot of good stuff. Even if you remove from, he be giving shoes to the hood and taking care of people, doing Sunday churches and stuff. He does good stuff, but also he does some stuff that's not right. A lot of not right.
I think sometimes part of that is like with Kyrie. I think his mother was a college professor, Dondra West, Kanye's mom. Yep. I think a lot of those guys are super smart. They're so smart they just think about extra shit, right? Like they just go above and beyond where thought goes. Well,
I think Kanye needs some medication. Number one, that's it. He just needs medication. He's a smart human being. He's very gifted. He's musically talented in every way whatsoever. But the dude needs some medication.
You know, Kanye used to go to the University of Cincinnati, and he used to go with our homegirl Mandy back down there back in the day.
Kanye?
Yeah, I think they wanted to date together back then. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to me. She just recently became a grandmother. So
she did. I did notice that. Yeah. And cute grandfather.
Yeah. Oh, cute. I seen a picture. I'm holding his granddaughter today. I said, man, the little homie is a grandpa now. Paul. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. It's been fun. Steven, like Rory did in our chat, man, just send the bullet points of what you want to talk about, and we'll get something ready early for one. We won't be tomorrow saying what we gonna talk about. I mean, like yesterday, what we gonna talk about. Because this is one show we're not waiting for the games to happen. We really can have this stuff ready a week out. You know, so let's start aiming for that, and then football season will be over with soon, and we'll have Thursday night. We'll get all the Amazon Prime viewers to go from football to us. So yeah, man, with that being said, man, for the JAG2G guys, it's been fun. Thanks everybody for tapping in. Tim say poor Kanye. One thing Kanye is, Tim, is not poor.
Not poor.
Now he probably would take his ass over there and perform for the Sheik, but he not poor. But yeah, with that being said, everybody, appreciate y'all for tapping in. For us,
thank you guys.
Next week on this show, we'll see you when we see you. Peace.
Bye.
Let's go. Mamba out.
Y'all come back now. Here